Fire. Fire.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and replace my PGM-FI relay, finally. And I'm pretty confident that this is the problem. So here's the deal. I ordered an OEM relay from Majestic Honda. Maybe it's 10 or 11 days I waited. I sent them an email asking for an update, and they said, oh, so sorry. Major backlog. It could take months. Let us know if you want us to, you know, process the order when it comes in or cancel it and refund your money. So I haven't replied to that yet because I haven't decided what I want to do. But months. Come on. So anyways, I went to O'Reilly's and I bought these cheap $14.99 relays. They're import direct, whatever. Part number 250137. Lifetime replacement warranty. That's never a good sign for the quality of a product from an auto parts store. There it is. I'm just going to do a quick comparison to the plugs. These might be a little bit narrow. Oh, cracked something. But line up now. Let's see if that works. Okay, I think that's in. Whew. Let's make sure she'll start. Hell yeah. And I'm also going to replace the fuel pump relay, because both of these had some discoloration on the windings. And I've had a couple instances where it felt like the car misfired because of, well, you know, without the green immobilizer light. And I just assume, you know, it feels like what that could be is this relay cutting off, the fuel pump relay. So we'll put that one in and we're done. These two, I'm definitely going to keep them in the glove box. I'm just going to toss them right in there and throw that whole thing in the glove box. So this isn't going to come as a surprise, but the PGM-FI relay did not solve my problem, nor did the fuel pump relay. I swear to God, it further improved how it runs, but I'm down to spark plugs. I think the spark plugs are my problem, honestly. I did one little test. So I wanted to replace the spark plugs, and I went shopping. I put this guy through all this shit where I made him bring me all the spark plugs, and I looked at them and I found the ones, you know, because I need the B index spark plugs, and I found ones that work, right? That look perfect. Like the threads were in the exact location of the B spark plugs, and I think they would have indexed if I used them. And it was a Autolite Iridium something or other, and on the website it said that they were what was the rating? 4 kilo ohms of resistance, and you know, it's the one which is recommended for these cars, right? I buy them, I bring them home. I already have my old spark plugs out. I just decide, hey, I'm going to measure the resistance, see if it's right. All of those Autolite spark plugs had 2 of them were 6.8 and one of them was 7.8 kilo ohms of resistance, and so I didn't feel comfortable using them, so I returned them. The factory NGKs that are in here, 2 of them were at 3.8 kilo ohms, and a third one was 4.8 kilo ohms. So, you know, I don't know how big of a difference that makes, but I'm just gonna order the real deal. So anyways, no spark plugs yet. The reason why I'm doing these brakes is I had a scary moment. I was coming off the highway, and I was, you know, just lightly tapping the brakes to get full regen, and I was slowing down a little bit, but I was sort of coming up to a hill that you can't see, you know, the traffic stacked up. So sort of this blind hill that I'm coming down, and so I get to the top of this hill, and I'm still going about 60, and then there's just cars stacked up all the way to the stoplight. So I go to you know, apply more brake, and right then my battery gets full, and I lose regenerative braking, and I'm down to just these, you know, down to just the real brakes, and I stomp on them, and it doesn't lock them up, it doesn't slow me down all that fast or anything. It just sounds like when you squeeze the brakes on your bicycle and they make that noise. That's what it sounded like. It's like, so I had to do an evasive maneuver around. So Anyways, it felt dangerous. And so I decided to look at the brakes, and you know, they're done. I got my brakes from O'Reilly's. They're the Ceramic Select lifetime warranty. The last brake pad I'll ever need. I was thinking like maybe I had like a frozen, you know, caliper slide or something, but these things had no corrosion when I pulled them out, and then they're still lubed. The top ones were a little bit dry, so I put some grease on them, and it actually made them worse. They're stiffer with grease in them. I don't know what sort of grease they were using, but it was incredibly good. Almost there. Nice. So anyways, I put the copper spark plugs that I was experimenting with a couple videos ago back in, just because I already had the spark plugs out, right? And they changed the situation. First of all, the engine has way less power, and everywhere you drive, it's just a constant. You're watching your IMA battery deplete and deplete and deplete, because it just the engine runs so poorly that it's relying very heavily on the hybrid battery, right? Also, it doesn't cause the green immobilizer light to flash. And I'm not totally sure what the mechanism of that is, but it seems like a really good clue. That's the spark plugs that need to be replaced. Let's just make sure these are not going to fall off on me. Star pattern. That's always a good one. Alright, that's pretty tight. So after you mess with the brakes, it's like super important to go easy on them for a minute. Make sure they're there, let them wear in, especially if you're not turning the rotor like mine. There's some grooves and stuff that it's going to have to wear into. Alright, well, let's see about packing this little car up for camping. I'm going to do a real basic camping, I guess. So a single pot, and you know, to make coffee, and then the stove setup is just going to be propane. I'm going to leave this out so I can make sure it stays off. Let's take a single spoon with us. Coffee, lots of coffee filters. I could go without eating longer than I can go without coffee. And so that's a kitchen. Now it's bathroom. We got a shovel and some toilet paper. Shelter will be tarp and a tent. Work gloves. Jumper cables. Do I need that weight? You know, I don't know. Umbrella, flashlight, knife, inverter so I can charge the camera. And there's still room in there. I don't want to put my tools or my air compressor in there because I'm going to bring in a lawnmower. What if my sleeping bag could crush in there? You know, it could, but it's so springy it'll be pushing up the lid. So we'll leave that out. So let's just call that good. So here's the big question. Does a lawnmower fit in here? Only one way to find out. Let's see. Scooch it over a bit. Get those bars out of my head. Let's just see if that'll... Oh, hell yeah. Okay. We're mowing. Typically, I go down in the truck and I drag a trailer and then I bring a riding lawnmower, but this is what we're doing today. Let's go ahead and put the kitchen fuel back here. We got a sleeping bag. Now I'm a prissy little guy, so I'm going to bring a cot. It'll be nice hearing that rattle for 3.5 hours. Okay, so we got shelter, sleeping, need a pillow, need a gas tank. All right, definitely want the side discharge for the mower because it's probably going to be tall. God, gas can in the cabin with me. That's going to stink. I'm going to bring a lithium-ion battery pack that I built. I got sleep apnea. I got to use a CPAP. And just because you never know, let's bring some loppers. Let's just cram a camp chair in here too. Because why not? Then up here, I'm just going to pillow, CPAP, another battery pack I'm doing a review on, and some water, and my personal items and camera Shit, boys, let's go camping. We're cruising around, going about 78 miles an hour in beautiful East Texas in the rolling hills. So, my payload, you know, it's pretty heavy, but we're doing good. Oh, we're up to 82, holy shit. We're getting 56.4 miles per gallon. Gone 134 miles. That's kind of impressive. You know, I'm missing a belly pan, overloaded, misfiring like crazy every time I accelerate, hopefully due to just needing spark plugs. So I did figure out how to use this FCD button over here, right? I didn't know that I could hold it down and reset the trip. So I got the trip reset, you see that? 56.4 so far. So these hills have taken a hit on my battery, and we are in this like forced regen cycle. But whatever, we're cruising. Ooh, downhill. Downhill makes me feel so good. Let's ease off that throttle a bit. Yeah, dude. 75 miles a gallon doing 82 downhill while recharging the battery. What? I'd be lying if I said we got there pretty. We're in a sorry state on this battery. About 45 minutes ago, it decided it was too hot, and now we have a very diminished state of charge. So I'm applying the brake right now, getting ready to pull into my old farmhouse, and it just does not want a deep charge, and that just made the state of the battery charge even worse. But good God, we've made it. What did we do? 55.9, 187.3 miles. I guess that's something. We did something. I think I need a celebratory drink for having a successful drive in my baby. Cheers. So we made it. This is the house that my grandmother was born into. It's been in the family for a bunch of generations. We don't have as much land as we used to. Used to own across this way and a bunch more other shit, but whatever. Still got something. That's pretty cool. I'm thinking, cause I'm going home tomorrow. I'm thinking, you know, let the battery sit overnight. It'll cool off. I'll be able to get good regenerative braking, and then it'll fell on me somewhere around Dallas, so it's a lot more flat. So I think going home through the hill country will get me charged up probably, and unless I just have to use it so much that it overheats again. I'm not real sure if it's really overheating, because I do have one thermistor that I didn't install in the battery pack because it had been smashed, and I left it out, so it gets no airflow on it. It just sits up there with all the electronics. It's not, you know, so maybe it's a false reading, or maybe when the battery decides to not charge, maybe that's those what are those strips called, the PCTs or PTC strips that's on every cell. I'm not real sure the functionality of this, but what a success. We went somewhere in the $700 Insight. Now that's pretty exciting. It's not perfect, I'll get there, but I'm gonna drink this and start mowing. Man, slowly making progress. I just realized I didn't have any energy because I hadn't eaten all day, other than my girlfriend made me a sort of like a super smoothie full of kale and fruit and stuff. So I'm having a snack of champions right here, red beans and rice, cold right out of the bag. Look at that. Looks like astronaut food. Ah. Nom, nom, nom. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to camp. I don't really want to be next to the house. I'm thinking over there somewhere. So I'm gonna push my mowing up in there. Well, the sun is setting, so better set up camp. Over on this side of the house, the wind always blows from this direction, so I'm kind of planning to mow with a headlamp on and just go until I'm tired and then drink a bunch and pass out. Well, all right, got a tent set up. Got my orthopedic, oh, I got bugs in here. Ugh. Got my orthopedic pillow, got my cot. It's a little bit of a slope. I like having my head raised, but I'll probably be sliding down this thing all night. But I'm doing a little movie magic. So I'm reviewing this battery, and I used it last night, and I totally depleted it. It turned off on me in the middle of the night while I was using my CPAP, right? So I'm using my DIY battery pack to try to charge this one up so it can make it through the night, so I can have a camping video for this review. Kind of ridiculous, but...
So you might be asking, Ben, why don't you sleep in your farmhouse? Why are you camping? And the truth is, it's because this place is creepy as shit. It's haunted. No, it's in like this terrible fucking shape. It's rough. So let's do a little quick tour, shall we? So over here, this is just junk and creepy shit, okay? But this is the house properly. Yes. All right, so I guess this is the main room. It's got a cozy little couch. And then I was tearing out this false ceiling because I wasn't feeling it. I want to have tall ceilings. Oh shit. Creepy. And then this is a dining room. Got a sick TV here. That's right. Got propane heat. And then now we enter the kitchen. It's pretty grand. Large space. But again, its main downfall is it's creepy as shit. So, through here is the back porch. Not so interested in that right now. One interesting feature we do have is a dog trot, but it's been closed in. So this, on that side and that side, we have matching square footage rooms. And then this used to be, probably was an open dog trot way back in the day, closed in to be living space. I have slept on this bed. I'm not even joking. During winter, I've come in to shelter. And then we got a bathroom. This isn't actually hooked up to a septic system. It goes into a tank in the ground, but that tank was for gas lighting. Like, what's that mineral that miners use to light their lanterns? Shit, I can't remember what it's called. This has been called the sunroom. This, a little creepy and whatnot. Now we enter the log cabin. Oh shit. So this, another very cozy looking couch. Wow. So this behind the shiplap, it's logs, like legit. This is legit a log cabin. No joke, no lie. Oh my God, what is that? That is creepy as hell, right, guys? Let's explore. Oh my God. What is this? Where do these stairs go? Oh no, I'm scared. Ugh. So the biggest downfall for this house is not the state of disrepair it's in. It is the fact that it's in East Texas and crackheads just help their fucking selves. They gutted all the wires out of this place. Ooh, this is a bouncy floor. You know, and they break in just regular as fuck. You know, their main interest is they just want to, you know, increase the entropy of the world and send everything to back to a state of bogus, busted up bullshit. But do you see these walls here? This is the kind of log cabin that this room is built out of. It's pretty awesome. And then these planks here, that used to be the siding on the side of the house. So, not real sure who these people are, what they're doing in my log cabin, but whatever. Yeah, so the problem is you can't stop people from breaking in. And every time you come here, yeah, look, these are some neat features, right? Every time you come here, somebody's found something else they want to steal, and it just sucks. You can't make improvements because windows get smashed. You can't leave tools here because they get stolen. It's just a hot fucking mess, y'all. That's very frustrating. Let me shut this. It's disgusting, terrible, pisses me off. But yeah, look how thick this wall is. Because it's logs, dude. Log cabin. There's a sick box fan. How come no one stole it? A folding bed. A trunk full of bodies. Suitcases full of dead babies. Oh my God. Brooms? Aspirational. Maybe we'll clean this place up one day. But yeah, you know. It's just a little bit falling apart right now. When my grandma was alive, she'd hire people out to come keep it where it was like functional. And I actually camped out inside here. Didn't camp out. I stayed here a couple times when I was younger. But it's really just a creepy old house. That's all it is. So that's why I prefer staying in the tent.
Fire. Fire. So, dudes, I need, what do I need to do to this car? I think an easy fix will be, replacing that, that little switch, the clutch switch, you know? That way, when I get into these big hills, I could just turn off the IMA and just burn through the gas instead of the battery. But then, you know, reconditioning charges. Charge it, discharge it a few times. Peter from the UK, he's got his method. I saw a video on that. He likes to go down to like 120 to 100 or something like that. Ease into it. I might try that too. But also, I think the thermistor is something to consider. But shit, I gotta get mowing, dudes. A little hungry though. Might face the red beans and rice again. Ah, hot. Ah. Backpacker's Pantry. Vegan. Red beans and rice again. It says do 2.5 cups. Remove the oxygen absorber. Then you seal the bag. Nice. Hopefully that's delicious. It's raining. The cows are running from me. Alright, well, it's gotten windy and wet. And cold. So, my air filter on my lawnmower is like extra gross. So I went and bought a new one. It was $15.48, man. No wonder rural people are all up in arms about inflation. Everything's more expensive out here. I mean, for real. It really is more expensive to live in whatever, you know. It's not really the middle of nowhere, but kind of is. Well, I'm soaked. Lawnmower got soaked and quit running. I think it was too much water for the magneto to handle. Because, you know, it smelled like gas, but there's not any start. So probably the spark is compromised. But I can see standing water inside the thing. Check it. See all the water? Okay. Well, let's put that bitch up and bail out. I didn't finish mowing. It died before I could do that. I tried. See, I was planning I was going to mow it at its highest setting and come back shorter, try to mulch it up, match this other stuff that I mowed. But that's where I camped out. That's the creepy old house. And there's the garage. So, yeah. Also tried to get the fence clear. I don't know, I could have done it better weather and more time. But I gotta go pick up my kid. So I'm gonna drive straight from here to Dallas, grab my kid from her mom's house. I haven't gone very far, but my battery's charging itself back up. My fuel economy is gonna take a hit because I'm doing a lot of third gear at like 65, occasionally 70. But the battery's charging. So if I can solve that problem with the battery overheating, I'll have this thing settled. Beautiful downtown Dallas. Alright, this really is the place to film because people drive crazy and I'd love to get my car home intact, but you know, big city. I'm back home. Let's see what the big reveal is. First of all, look how much charge I have in the battery. I sacrificed a little bit of gas mileage for third gear so I can climb hills without IMA assist, but the average 54.7. So using third gear to save the battery only cost me 2 miles a gallon or 1.3 miles a gallon. Kind of surprising, but that's it. That's how you do it, boys. Use your inside as a work truck. Cool.